So in 2011, I was preparing for a conference. I think, Vinny, you might remember this. I was preparing for a conference on the Christians in the Middle East in Northern California. And I thought, I need to go there and just sit there by myself, not with a group, and just go to the land and see things and meet people and talk. I lived in a Muslim home for a week. I had a host that helped me arrange things, gave me a person from that family that was going to drive me around everywhere we were going. So one night we were traveling around. I was meeting with leaders and talking with, hey, tell me what's going on. Help me understand what's happening there. And one night the driver dropped. So I'm staying at his house upstairs with his uncle, I think it was, right? And he lives in the downstairs part of the home. So he drops off my host at their house. And then we're driving back, I think, to go back to the house. And all of a sudden, he starts yelling in Arabic to two young men, and they start getting in. They get in the car, and I'm like, okay, should I be scared right now? Right? That's just the way you think, right? We went to a Subway sandwich shop. It's 11 o'clock at night. We sat there till 2 a.m. We started talking. They're telling me their stories. One of them had a job, and I said, "Well, you got a job, you know?" He's like, "What good does it do? I can't feed my whole family. I got 15 members of my family. I can't feed them all." These young men were between 28 and 32 years of age, and they said, we will never marry because we cannot provide for our wife. We have to provide for them a home before we can even marry. And guess what? And we're never going to bring a child into this world. We're never going to bring a child into the world that we experience. So when you live under that kind of desperation, no hope for a future. I asked him one time, I said, well, you know, at the time the Palestinian Authority was going to go to the United Nations and try to get some kind of like status there. I said, don't you have any hope at all? And one of the guys looked at me and goes, why should we have any hope? And then he just rattled off every type of agreement and peace agreement and he goes, and every time it gets worse.